Hi, I'm Mark Farley. This is a Technology Ridecast, and our special guest this morning is Josh Atwell. How you doing, Josh?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Really, really good. The topic we want to talk about is the stuff that is going on surrounding Leslie Jones quitting her Twitter account and MiloYiannopoulos being kicked off Twitter. I'm sure you're following this story, right?
It's a really unfortunate situation, especially for Leslie Jones.
Yeah, it does seem to be. The things that were said about her, posted around her and everything were incredibly hateful and awful and vulgar and all of those things. But the other question comes back to Milo. Milo's claim is that he actually didn't say any of these awful, vulgar things himself. What's your take on this, Josh?
The code of conduct rules for Twitter specify that, if you're going to participate in the platform, you're agreeing to certain conditions of leveraging the platform. And it was very clear that a couple of things looked to be happening. One, you had someone who initiated or became the focal point of the initiation of hate speech. And it looked like somebody was mimicking or had hacked her account and had also gone on to say some very inflammatory things, posing as her. I did see a lot of her tweets saying, guys, I didn't say this. It was somebody else. Please believe me, trust me. I wouldn't say these things.
So I think what happened is that somebody created an account using her name, but it wasn't her account. I don't think her account was hacked, so she had absolutely no control over that. It's not like she could get her own account back because it was somebody else's account.
Does this mean that she and Milo are both victims, and that somebody with full anonymity was able to do this? And perhaps Milo's right. It's an interesting problem that we have to deal with as people who want to be on social media and want to engage, and something that Twitter is going to have to address more specifically and make more clear.
Yeah, so I guess, Milo can say all he wants that he did not say these things, but you've got to realize when you've got, 300,000 followers or however many followers he's got, what a lot of these people are like, right? I mean, he knows his followers. He understands what they do. And, so he can say he's not guilty, but if he's not trying to reel them back from some of this behavior that is pretty ugly behavior, then I think he's complicit.
My instinct is that has a lot to do with Twitter's decision. This wasn't a violation of his free speech, right? He absolutely agreed to terms and conditions that Twitter sets forth from a platform. He agreed that he would not incite, hateful speech and bullying, and I don't know the exact wording that they used, but that was an agreement. They determined that he violated that agreement, and they blocked him. But this isn't the first time people have been banned and blocked permanently from Twitter. There were a few other folks who have been, had he said, wait, guys, you got to leave her alone, right? Not to say that people would, but perhaps fewer people would have piled on, and it may have been able to de-escalate it some.
My guess is a lot of the people that are spewing this hate stuff are anonymous, basically, online, and who knows how many Twitter accounts Milo actually has.
I think what's important in what you just said there is that there is a potential that you can be multiple people online and not be you. People feel like they are completely separated and disassociate their actions with any responsibility. I would be very interested if you look at the hateful and hurtful things that people say, and I know we experience this a lot with women in particular, as a target. I'd be curious if those people would say that to someone's face, and I don't think they would. I think most people would recognize in that situation that is clearly not something that's appropriate to say, yet they feel this level of acceptable behavior when it's online, and I think it's really unfortunate.
Yeah, I think Jack Dorsey and the team at Twitter have a lot of work to do on this. They've got to figure this stuff out.
Yeah, and I think the most important thing that needs to happen more than anything else is we really, as a community and as a country and as a world, really need to adopt the Bill and Ted philosophy. Just be excellent to one another. We certainly lack in that. There's a lot of good in the world. There's a lot of great people in the world. If everybody's motives were just to be good to people, I don't think we'd have as many of these conversations.
Oh, well said, Josh. Really wonderful having you on, clarifying all these things. Terrific. Thank you so much.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. It was a pleasure.